Hello YouTube. Today I'm going to show you how to make a simple slide rule using only 3 applications. The applications are Notepad, CorelDRAW and Excel. Slide rule works on the principle of logs. So that means it uses logarithmic scales. As we already know, in logarithms, if we multiply two numbers, we have to find their logarithms and add the logarithms and find the anti-log. So let's draw our logarithmic scale. First of all, we go to Microsoft Excel or any other spreadsheet package. Let's draw our table that contains number and logarithms. So, and when we use 1-to-1 scale, that is 1 unit here to represent 1 unit on our slide rule, our slide rule is going to look too small, so that and we cannot be able to get accurate as we want. So we have to increase the scale by 10. So in this case, we are to take the numbers to the power of 10. That is, for instance, if we are to take 1, we take 1 to the power of 10. If we are to take 2, we take 2 to the power of 10. So we have numbers, power of 10, and also the logarithms. First of all, we are going to start with the whole numbers and the decimal divisions. After we finish obtaining all the results that we want, then we export it or we save it as a text document so that we can be able to open it using Notepad. The reason why we save it in Notepad so that we can be able to be copying it one by one and be pasting it in our CorelDRAW so that we can be able to design. So let's open Notepad and see how our numbers look like in Notepad. So you look at them, you see them, you see all the whole numbers, you see the decimals. So now let's go to CorelDRAW and start the work, the real work. So when you open CorelDRAW, we first draw our vertical line that are going to represent the whole numbers. And here also, when we use millimeter or centimeter, our scale is going to look too small. So we are going to use inches. So our first number, when you look at it, 1, it's going to be at a position 0. So we take our first vertical line to a position 0, where in this our own case, we place our 0 position to be x-axis to have 0 mm, while y-axis is going to have 50 mm. That is, our first line is going to be somewhere around the lower part of our own paper. So then the next thing we are going to do is we go to Notepad and we copy the position of the second number, which is 2. So when we copy the position, that is the logarithm of that particular number, 2. In this case, we have 2 raised to the power of 10, which is 1024. So we copy the logarithms and we go there and we paste it, so that we copy and paste the line first before we go to the Notepad and copy the value or the position, and we paste the position in the x-axis. Look at it, this is the x-axis, so we paste the position there in the x-axis. We copy again and paste the vertical line. When we copy and paste the vertical line, Then we go back to our notepad and we copy the position of 3. So the position of 3, you see it, the value of the logarithms of 3. So we paste it in the x-axis also. So when you paste it on the x-axis, the position of the vertical line is going to change automatically. So we continue doing it up to the last number, which is 10. So we come back and do the same thing for the numbers in the interval, that is the decimal numbers. If we need accuracy, we are to use each and every number within every interval. The level of accuracy we want here is not that much, so we can be able to be copying and pasting these vertical lines that are up to 9 in number. We are going to be pasting it within the intervals. So, and for us to be able to find the position where we are going to paste it, we are going to subtract the bigger value. So for instance, we have 3.1 and 3.9 is the last number, so we subtract the value of the logarithms of 3.9 minus the logarithm of 3.1. so that means this is the width of the of our interval. So when we paste it, and the position we are going to paste it, the position we are going to paste in the x axis is going to be the position of the logarithm of 3.1. so we copy the logarithm of 3.1, we paste it in the x-axis, so we paste so that it will take our interval to that required position. Now let's number our scale. That is, we start from 1 up to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 up to 10. For visibility, let's mark the middle of each interval, that is the 0.5 in each interval. For us to be able to use our slide rule for square and square root, we have to have two scales. That is the one that is full scale and the one that is half of our full scale. The half scale is going to be the squares of the number on the full scale. Now we are done with our design, so we can be able to export it as PDF so that we can be able to print it. And when you print it, you can paste it on a plastic or on any kind of wood so that you can be able to use your slide rule for multiplication, division, and square root. This your slide rule is going to be up to 3 significant figures of accuracy. And in the next video, we are going to show you how you can be able to use this your slide rule. Thank you for listening. See you in the next lesson. Don't forget to subscribe and share it with your friends. Thank you.